Welcome everyone to this candle wax reading. The topic is going to be the next 48 hours, and I was channeling the number 1537. You may also be getting a lot of spirit communication. If you're a medium especially, you may be having a lot of heightened sensitivity towards entities. Okay, so let's see what messages we have the next 48 hours. Somebody could be having a stomach infection, some sort of bacteria, a stomach upset. I'm seeing an increase in financial abundance. There's a lot of release. I'm getting a karmic release. You could be a life path number 8. I see you letting go of a lot of insecurities, something that had held you back in the past. I'm seeing a 4-leaf clover, which is good luck and protection. I'm seeing a person here who is holding on to something very dearly, okay, not willing to let go. This could also be someone recently having lost a parent or a dear one. Somebody could have been suffering from cancer. I'm getting the alphabet S, the alphabet J, the alphabet I. The flame is so strong. I'm getting a lot of intense emotions, especially with this lunar eclipse and full moon that just went by. Your senses, especially to do with smell, could be very, very heightened as well. Or you could be somebody that's very sensitive to certain smells, okay? You may find certain smells very repulsive. I'm getting something to do with a circus. You may be spending time with your child, going on an adventure, going on a holiday. I'm also seeing a giraffe. A giraffe is also somebody that is gaining a higher perspective on something. Okay, so it's zooming out so you can see the entire picture clearly. Sometimes when we're so involved in something, we can't see other people's perspectives as well. So when you zoom out, you get a better picture. I'm also getting for somebody, if you're very intensely involved in something at the moment, maybe let it go or just give it some time. Just take a breather. Okay, sometimes taking a little break gives you a better sense of things. I'm also seeing a small elephant. I'm getting a lot of animals. Okay, so maybe you're a nature lover, maybe you're going somewhere like a zoo or something. I'm getting a person who is very tight-lipped about something, and at the same time I'm also getting a person who is very much into gossiping. So be careful about the information that you share. Okay, somebody could be like sharing stuff that you have personally confided in them. Okay, this person doesn't have bad intentions, but they may not realize that what you're telling them is in confidence or it's personal information. So they're not being very sensitive to your needs and using it as a way of entertainment. I'm seeing a cavity here. So somebody could be having a cavity. There's a lot of ancestral energy coming up as well. I'm getting to do like forgiveness practices. When you're doing forgiveness, it's not that you're forgiving the person for what they've done, but you're letting go of that heaviness that you're holding towards them, so that the energy dissipates and releases within your heart, within your body. When we don't forgive a person, we tend to hold on to those emotions, okay, and that keeps us stuck and trapped. I'm also getting something like an ostrich and keeping your head and your neck down in the sand. There are certain things that need to be dealt with, and not looking at something is not going to make an issue go away. Okay. Apart from forgiving other people, you also need to forgive yourself. I see a person here who's holding on to some sort of guilt from the past. Whatever you did or a person does, okay, we make choices based on our best ability at that moment, okay, to the best of our ability. And yes, there are a lot of circumstances which influence those choices as well. So don't hold that to a person or to yourself for eternity, okay? It doesn't mean that you need to talk to this person again, but at the same time, you don't have to necessarily hold on to a grudge forever, okay? Let that go. You need to cut those ties, because after a while, it's going to become very toxic. I need to shut the flame, it's too much. It's sort of like you're the one chaining yourself to this person when you have the choice to literally walk away. Somebody has overstepped a line. They've crossed a boundary with you. And it's your message, your nudge from the universe that it's time to show them that this is not how it works. Okay, you can't treat me a particular way. This person is sort of like, you know, uses you when they feel like, talk to you when they feel like. When they don't want you, they just kind of disappear. And you need to tell them that, you know, you can't treat me this way. It has to be an equal give and take. Because I see that you will end up hurting yourself more by accepting this treatment. You don't have to be a people pleaser. Okay, this person has to learn to respect you. It's literally, I'm getting like a puppet player, you know. They have you by the strings and they kind of emotionally play or manipulate you, and they know your vulnerability or your weaknesses. And I also see that there are a lot of other people that influence this person's behaviors and actions towards you. So it's time to walk away or make yourself very clear, okay, about what works for you and doesn't work for you. I'm just gonna get some cards. Well, it says you're ready. Maybe it's time to like set the record straight. We also have weight, which is interesting. Reconsider. Maybe this is reconsidering your relationship, your equation with this particular person. Ask for help from others. So maybe somebody will give you some advice as to how to deal with this situation. I also feel with this card that you're ready to Be true and honest to yourself about something. Falling apart, falling into pieces. In their fields. Getting played, manipulation and lies and control. Yeah, exactly this. It's like as if this person wants you to fall apart, wants you to be weak so that they can manipulate you. Okay, literally like this card says, in their fields. Like, you know, having somebody in their pocket. We have love story with once upon a time. Pregnancy test, unsure, pregnancy scare, positive or negative. So this could be somebody that you were romantically linked with. I'm also getting something which was like a situationship, or where it wasn't a very clearly defined boundary. There could have been a pregnancy scare. Maybe this person left you because they were afraid of commitment, or they didn't want to get married. Maybe they just wanted to have a casual relationship. Maybe this person was already involved with somebody and you were like an outside third party situation. Okay. Ostara with fertility. It's the perfect time for you to start new projects, assess new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Interesting how we have pregnancy test with fertility. So for some of you, you may literally be conceiving. For somebody here, it's probably time to move on to new things and leave the old behind. Okay, and I also get, again, like I said, with your ready, it's like you're stepping into a new life. Okay, a new way of being. You're giving birth to yourself, literally. And we have Vesta with home. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So again, somebody could be leaving, you could be moving into a new house. Okay. Just let me just get some cards. You've gained clarity over something, and something that's been bothering you for a really long time, making you feel very anxious, giving you a lot of sleepless nights. It's been a very stressful situation. It's going to be slow and steady. Okay, it's going to be slow and steady, and you've been like in this situation for a while. But it's also high time that you literally, I'm hearing, got your act together. Okay, and reach out for help. For somebody here, I feel like you want to do it all on your own. Okay, something to do with proving your self-worth, something about validation. I'm hearing something to do with consent. I'm seeing this person, like the way that they kind of have this emotional control over you. You've kind of lost your ability or your faith in making decisions. Okay, new beginnings. You're actually getting a chance to make things right. You're actually getting an opportunity to put your life back on track, like I said with this card and with this card about you're ready. Okay, and we have this thing of reconsidering. So maybe, okay, you could be working on your relationship or working on what you really want to do. Okay, but I feel like the clarity is going to come to you, but things are going to be put into motion. Okay, and I'm also getting something again to do with karma, like what you sow is what you reap. Okay, so somebody cannot get out of paying for what they have done. Okay, whichever way that goes. So if you feel like you're going through a tough time, or if you feel like something is unfair, okay, there is something in the past. Okay, it's sort of like you're paying out your karma. Okay, you're paying your dues in a sort of a way. Okay, yeah. I also get like, I think you've been in denial about a person or about a situation. Okay, it's sometimes like we just, like I got with the ostrich, it's like you just don't sometimes want to see the truth. You don't want to see the truth of a person because that hurts you more. It's easier to stay in a relationship or a marriage or in a situation where if you don't see it, okay, you kind of live in a delusion or a fantasy world because it's harder to face the truth. The universe is nudging you that it's time to look at something for what it is. You need to call a spade a spade. Okay? Yeah, you're moving on, or it's time to move on. Because if you don't, you're going to stay in the same place and nothing is going to change, because nothing changes if nothing changes. All right, that was your reading. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, take care.